What's up, YouTube? SKS here, or also known as Baby Toes 1776, coming at you live from the house. It's actually not live. It's live for me, not for you. But what I'm going to be doing now, I'm sure it's echoing because of these super high ceilings here. It's not on my design, but you know, that's what it is. I'm going to do something a little different today. What are we going to do, you ask? Well, for a video, you all wanted some more live blogging and things like that. So I'm actually going to regrip my golf clubs for you all. I know we've been playing PGA 2K21 and I thought, I play golf in real life, so I might as well like showcase to you all that I actually, have golf clubs. I play golf and I maintain them myself. Now the clubs are a little dirty, they're old, but the grips on them where I didn't play for about 10 years, some of the grips have probably been on there since 2005, 2006. So it is way overdue. You're supposed to do it at least every 2 years or every so many rounds. Obviously, I didn't play a lot where I moved and I was teaching and all that stuff, but I'm getting back into it. And it's definitely time to regrip my irons at least. So let's go take a look at them, and then I will somehow break the video up and showcase you how I'm doing it. I may talk over it, I don't know, but let's look at my clubs. Shall we walk down the hallway together and pay no attention to the mess that we have, to what we have here in the ye olde golf bag? Look at the American flag right there. My putter case is amazing. I need to get new head covers. I've got the old Louisville Cardinal. He's a little beat up. I've had him since college. It's time to get some new ones. But what we're going to focus on here, let me grab let's grab the 7-iron, one of my favorite clubs. I got some Cleveland wedges down there. They actually have some really good grips on them. The RTX3s here, they're brand new. So I'm probably not going to need to will I put new grips on them? Perhaps so. But we're going to focus on my irons first. And just for the people who don't believe me, you can see that I do play with blades. I have the MP32s. I've had these since 2004. I bought them, took my Christmas money and graduation money to buy these, and they have been beat to death. Back then, I played a tremendous amount of rounds on them. I need to give them a bath. They've still got some dirt and stuff on them. I like how you could see Bob Ross's reflection there. That is, if you ever wanted to sell something, I'm your person, so contact me. But yeah, these blades are pretty amazing. I put a lot of wear and tear on them. When you look down, they are a very, very thin club to look at. And I know there's probably some echo, and I apologize for that, but you can see here, just to show you how dated, the grips on these Mizunos are, probably focus better if I put it on the wall here. These grips are from Mizuno. So these are the original grips on this club. And they are just wore out. It is definitely time to change them. I bought some new Golf Pride ones. And hopefully, when I put them on, I mean, you could just see, I know it's like, let me get the angle a little bit better. You could see the wear and tear of how these are worn down. And you can see like the holes, how they're rubbed open. That shows you, and it's negligence on my part for not taking care of the grips. On the club set that I had before, which was funny, they were just a little cheap set of, like, I want to say they were Bob Toskis or something like that my dad bought off a dude. I regrip those things like once a year, and then life just got busy after college. You all know how it works when you go and you do all this other stuff, real life, real world work. But now that I'm playing back in golf again, I'm really wanting to take care of them. So we're going to put some new grips on them, out with these, and I'm going to kind of record it. Let me show you the new grips I'll be putting on them. All right, so looking over here, you could see, hi Patton. I got that the other day, I'm about to watch it. Also, there's another Bob Ross. Pay no attention. For some reason, I'm wearing Bob Ross on my shirt, and then I got this for Christmas. A little plushie. I had to actually order my stuff back again to grip. So what do you need to get grip golf clubs? You got to have grip tape. Got that. You got to have your solvent. Got that. It was a kit, so they threw in some other stuff. This is a thing. It helps you scrape the tape off. I'll go into that and show you that. I also got a blade kit down here with a blade, but obviously you can use a box cutter. And it's got some other stuff that if you've got a grip that was in the kit, it was cheaper. You can use this, but honestly, you don't need that. So here's the new grips. I got Golf Pride. They're mid-size grips. I thought they would be a little bit thicker, so I'm a little bit worried that maybe I should have bought the larger ones because I do have humongous hands. So when I'm gripping a golf club, I'm hoping these are bigger, I think, than the ones that were on the standard ones that was on the other club. So I'm hoping to feel a little bit different. But these are the MCC Teams ones. I got the black, white, and red ones. I did like some of the other color combinations, but obviously I would have liked to have got blue, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But as you can see there, the mid-size grip. So I got enough of those to go on all my irons and the wedges. I'm going to think about my wedges, which I think I need to have the same grip on my wedges that I do on my irons. But I'm getting ready to invest, hopefully, in a new driver and maybe a hybrid that will replace, or I may buy that 2-iron that I'm looking at on eBay. Who knows? And then the only other thing that I really got was I bought one of these super sized putter grips. And I've never ever used one of these before. But you could see it's kind of like got it fits to your hand. I want to say ergonomical, but I don't think that's the word they use. What do they got? Golf Pride's exclusive SNSR contours. That's the word I was looking for. Never lose your field. I'm not sponsored by Golf Pride. If they want to sponsor me, yeah, cool. Reach out to me. But I'll be putting this on my putter. I've got a very old teardrop putter. I'll show you that when I start gripping them. But that's where we're at. So the next part of this video will either take place today, if I have a chance, or tomorrow morning, because the temperature is supposed to get up in the 80s today. And my garage is not a happy place when it comes to hot or supreme cold. So I'll see you then, and we'll get started. All right, so we've transitioned out into the garage. So it's probably going to be very echoing here. My garage is very much a work in progress, but I'm just going to show you. We're going to start out here with the 3-4-5 iron. I've got a putter grip out here. I have got my other grips, not all of them. We've got our grip tape. I will need to grab a pair of scissors to cut that so that it's straight. Here's the tool without the cap on it that you take it down the shaft to remove the old grip tape off of the fact. I may or may not use that. We've got our grip solvent. I've actually got an old paint container. Actually, it's not old. It was at Walmart. It was on clearance for like 50 cents. So I bought one. It's just plastic to catch the grip solvent. And then you can use a knife to cut the old grips off, but I've got the hook blade on it. This is the one that was in that kit. It will probably break on me, but you know, that's all we've got. So this is kind of the setup. I'm not sure how I'll record this. I'll probably set a tripod way over here and just talk from a distance. And then obviously if the sound is bad, I'll just talk over it. I'll zoom it in as close as I can. I'll do one club and try to explain it. And then from then on, we will... I don't know how I edit it. You know, this is new horizons for me, and, you know, I'm recording this on my cell phone, so it should be fun. All right, I'm going to talk from here. We're going to move real quick. I'm going to start with the 3-iron, and I'll just show you how to remove the old grip. I'm going to go over here and sit down. Again, pay no attention to this mess back here. The garage is part 2 of working on SKS's house. It's probably at this point that the sound will go awry, but what you want to do is cut off the grip. Like I said, I use this blade here. Always cut away from yourself. And then it should just peel right off. There we go. Just like skinning a fish. And there you go. There's the old grip. The tape on the inside come off some of the shaft, but you just pretty much just need to peel this off. And there you go. The club is now back to its factory state, and it is ready for us to put a new grip on. I'll do this with the other 2, and then I'll show you how to cut the proper length of your tape. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the 3 clubs. I've got my putter here and the driver and the 5 wood, and it's gonna take me a little bit. I may use the scraper tool here like I told you all, but I'm also gonna use a straight edge to try to peel the paint off, or not paint, excuse me. It's gonna be a paint scraper, but I'm gonna use this to peel the tape off. The Titleist ones, that is amazing compounded on here, so that's going to take some work, and I may actually use some Goo Gone to get rid of that, but I want to be careful to clean afterwards. I don't know if you could see it here. There's some sticky residue here on the putter and on some of the other clubs, so I want to get that off there because that will be visible below the grip, and clean those up. And when it's time to put on grips, I will be right back. But let's say goodbye to all the old ones. Here's a better view of that driver one if you all couldn't see it earlier, and just see how beat up and worn it is. Yeah, it's a lot of these have seen much better days, but we're about to have some good old new ones, so let's get ready for that. And just so you all don't think I'm skipping out on information, I'm using this Goof Off adhesive gunk remover. Now, remember, if you're going to use this to take off some of that sticky stuff, you're going to have to go back and definitely clean and dry the shafts before you put the other tape on and use the solvent. Because if not, this stuff can counteract with both of those and your grips won't stick, and you're going to swing the club and it's gone. I'm also using this Blue Hawk scraper. I use this for a lot of just everything I've done around the house. And also Diet Dr. Pepper. Even though you all have told me to quit drinking that, I'm trying, but here we are. All right, all the clubs are ready to go. They have been cleaned off. They are good. I see a little piece of tape inside that one. Actually, that's just a light. No, it's this one. No, that's just a light as well. But I'm not gonna lie to you all, cleaning the 5 and the driver was the biggest pain in the butt, and there's actually still maybe a little bit of stickiness on there, but I don't think that will mind. I mean, I could have took a hairdryer to it and everything else, but other than that, it wasn't worth it. But we are now ready. Again, more mess over there. We are ready to start putting the grips on. All right, we've come to the super important part of this. The club is ready. We've got the 3-iron. Now, what you've got to do is get your grip tape ready, put the grip tape on, use the grip solvent with the grip. Now, one thing I do to hack is I put a little bartender spout on here so that it pours out. Also, this is important when you have this bucket here so that it will catch all the... That's also why you have this bucket here, so it will catch everything excess. Now, I'll show you how to do this, and then I'll record me doing the rest of it. What you want to do is take your grip, this tape, you're going to measure it the same length of your grip, and you're going to cut it. Doesn't have to be exact because we're going to have some spillover that we'll get rid of. So you can see right there, it's about the same size. Now you won't put it on the club exactly like this. You're going to shift it up a little bit, and I'll show you why you're going to do that. So set the grip to the side. Just take the club. And you just want to put this on here. Doesn't matter where the seam goes or anything like that, it's all going to be covered up. And just get it nice and started. And you want to make sure there's no bubbles and that it just starts going. And then when you get this good and started, that's when you're going to actually peel the other side of the tape off. We'll see if my nimble fingers can do this. Now that I've got that started, I'm going to just work it on around. Again, you don't want to make sure there's no bubbles forming. All right, as you can see, hopefully, there's a nice little seam there. Relatively no bubbles. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to take this excess here at the top and actually push that down inside. That'll keep any excess dirt or liquid or anything from going down into the shaft while you're playing. So let me go ahead and pull this, and voila. The tape is on there and it's ready to accept the actual grip. Now when you put the grip on, this is a preference of the golfer. On these, and let me go ahead and take this label off here so that you all can see this clearly. All right, so on this grip, you've got the actual Golf Pride logo. Now, some people, they'll buy grips that they don't like this on the front, so when you're looking down at the club, you'll see that and it's distracting. But at the very bottom, and I'll zoom in and show this or splice it in, there's a little notch there on the grip. A lot of people want to line this up with the club so that when you're looking down, that line is going to be exactly with, you know, the straight edge of the club. Now most golfers who are good enough are just going to look down at the club. They don't really, if you're using the grip to line up your shot, you may have some more damage than I can help. But so some people prefer to have that, or they'll turn it around, and then when you look down, you don't see the big Golf Pride logo. Now, unfortunately on this one, it's got the MCC on the other side, so it doesn't really matter. But let me show you how you put this on. All right, so there's a hole in the bottom here. You're gonna plug that with your finger, and here's where I use my pour spout. You're gonna fill this grip up. Make sure you get it all in there good and good. Now this is why we got this pan here. You're gonna take the solvent and you're gonna dump it on this tape. And then now you've got to really get this on here. There we go. Just push it right on down. It slides right on the club. Now here's where you got a few seconds and you've got to really line it up, and you could turn it just a little bit. I may actually stand up to do this. That's about perfect. So what I'm going to do, hit it on the ground a couple of times, get that grip on here. And now what we're going to do is that grip is on. I'm going to wipe a little excess here at the end. And there you go. That is a brand new gripped 3-iron ready to go. Now what I'm going to do is store it upside down. So if any liquid is going to come out, it'll drip down. But I'll probably tap this a little bit more and it's ready to go. You don't want to play with it right when you get done doing these. You want to let them dry for about an hour or so. Some people say 45 minutes, but I'm not going to play with them for a couple of days, but that's how you do it. All right, so I showed you how to do one. I'm going to do the rest of them, and I tried to stay in frame as much as I could for that one. So if I move in and out, I'll probably speed this up and everything, but I just wanted you all to see how easy it is to grip your own golf clubs. Some places charge between $3 to $5 each club to do this. This is all it is. I'm doing it in my garage. No other tools, nothing. The only thing I really had to panic about was turning the club upside down to get that grip, because they are mid-size, they're a little bit bigger, to get it to go down on the club, and that was it. All right, I'm up to the 6 iron. So we've done a 3, 4, 5. Now I will say, for superstitious reasons, I put the grip on my 4 iron upside down. Now, why did I do that? Well, mostly because I just screwed up because I was nervous in recording it. But you know what? It's kind of neat because my 4 iron is that one long iron that I can really hit well in real life. And I kind of like that. So if I'm starting something, I'm going to keep it going. But instead of you all sitting here watching speed time and all this, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them. And when I get to the putter, or maybe the driver, I will stop and let you all watch that, because the putter grip is a little bit different. The rest of them are just the same process, and we'll go from there. And hopefully you've learned something, and if you're in golf, you see how easy this is. And if some redneck from Kentucky can do it like me, then anybody can. So, all right, we're gonna put the putter grip on now, and it's gonna be no different than the other ones. It kind of in this really cool high-tech case. The only thing on the putter is you just really got to make sure that this flat side here is very, perpendicular to the blade on the club. And I apologize if you can hear my neighbor. So we kind of got to go for that thing right now so that when you're holding it, the putter will be straight down. So I'm going to tape it up like just all the other ones. And I know that you're looking at my waist, but I'm really here, I promise. But I just wanted you all to see this. So let me go ahead and tape this up and we'll move on. The most time-consuming part of this is the tape. And I'm actually doing pretty good on it now because I've got the speed down. I mean, I'll show you all, I've got the majority of the clubs completed at this point. Actually, this is the last club. No, we're almost done. So, yeah, just getting the tape on here. Once again, you stuff the extra down in there, strip it down. Go back and make sure there's no bubbles. And we get this ready to go. Set it to the side. Once again, I'm gonna fill this grip up. We've got a ton of stuff in here, but that's okay. We got a funnel, we're gonna put it right back in there. And this one filled up a little bit quicker. But once again, we're just going to dump this on here. I've learned to just let it shake out just a tad bit so we don't have too much running down the club. And again, on this one, we're really gonna have to go for lining it up. So let me get down here and try to get on its level. And there we go. It popped on easy. I'm just gauging my foot here as a flat piece. All right, so what I've been doing is wiping this excess. We've only got a few seconds, so I've got to get this lined up as fast as I can. So I'm going to go over here and use something sturdy. I've literally got it against the side of the wall. Flattening it out. And there we go. Couple of taps. Wipe off this bottom here. We got some residue coming out. And there we have it. A contoured putter grip. I'll wipe this down and we are good. That is a complete set of clubs. What I'll do later is I'll come back after it's dried, probably tomorrow, let it dry overnight, and I'll wipe down the clubs really good to get any extra residue off and and shine them up, and I've got to clean the grooves on the other ones, and they'll be good to play with. They'll be ready to go. So I'm kind of excited about this. This is the first time I've regripped this set of irons, which is really sad. It's pathetic. Don't do that. Regrip them every 2 years. It's just like changing your oil. You need to do it. But yeah, let's show you what they all look like. Just real quick, I want to make a joke about how on this solvent I used a bartender pour at the top, and we've got quite a bit. I don't know if you could tell how much is in there, but it's the majority of the bottle, which we're going to dump right back in here. But I'm actually going to use this little, it's not a real funnel, but it's like another bartender tool. And I'm just going to put that right on top here and then pour from the corner into it. And I'll just hold my thumb here on the side, and then we'll have everything back. But let's take a look at these clubs and look down, and you can see brand new grips. Very excited. And again, just like I said earlier, you can see the one right over here that's backwards. That is the 4-iron, and that is for luck. We'll see if that comes to fruition or not. But yeah, I think I'm very proud at what I've done. And I think over here in the box, I've got one grip left, and that's if I buy a new driver, which I've been looking at. Then that way I can just throw that on there and I'll be good to go. So I don't know what this is going to look like, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. This was something very different. I think besides decorating a Christmas tree, you know, and like I said, maybe we'll do another thing about the garage this summer. I've got to do some work on patching some holes and stuff. The woman drove her car through the front piece of drywall, so I've got to learn how to drywall, and then I'm going to paint it like a dark blue in here. And I've got some vinyl that's going to go around the bottom. So it'll look like a really nice garage. And that's what I'm going to work on. So that was just phase 2. And I'm just now finishing up phase 1 of the house. So baby steps. But again, this video is about putting grips on your golf clubs. I hope y'all learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below. Leave a like. And let's head to the course.